So both you're seeing, both websites, both apps you're seeing at once. Okay. So scrolling and the items and etc. My purpose of showing this is, don't you see there is a level where the both are quite similar? Hello all, welcome back to Uncommon Geeks. Myself Vasant. I hope you all doing well. In case if you're seeing me for the first time on the internet, I'm a content creator. I help a lot of people to clear their interview. I've made a lot of beautiful series in the past, which has been appreciated by many. So I'm putting that link somewhere on the screen, also in the description section. Please to watch the video. Will definitely appreciate me after you clear your interview. Okay. Now let's come to the content of the video. So GitHub Copilot is finally open to all. So I made a beautiful video on explaining step by step how to get GitHub Copilot into your Visual Studio Code or JetBrains or any other popular editor. So I'll put that link on the description, also on the screen. Please do watch the video, and it is definitely worth giving a try for GitHub Copilot, whether you want it or whether you don't want. But there is nothing wrong in giving a try to it. Okay, so please do watch that video. Now, please do watch the video till the end, because somewhere in the video I'm going to tell you how to get GitHub Copilot for free of cost. Okay, so please do watch the video till then. Somewhere I'm going to disclose that. Now, let's start with the content of the video. Okay, I'm a software developer. Most of you are watching my videos could be a software developer. So the question that is coming to your mind, I think most of you know what is GitHub Copilot. If you don't know, it's an AI driven program which will auto suggest a lot of the code whenever you are typing. Okay, so and it's a AI model, so it keeps getting evolved whenever a lot of people use it. And whenever when a lot of people write a code, it learns from it and becomes smarter and smarter. So if it becomes smarter and smarter, will it reach one day when the developers will be replaced with tools like GitHub Copilot? So that's I'm going to decode in the video. So please do watch the video till it is super important for, because we all are getting our food fodder and health because of the software industry. They are paying us, correct? So is our job at risk because of the AI driven tools like this? Should we use them or not? Okay, all of that I'm going to explain step by step in the video. So watch the video till the end. Okay, now let's start by this approach, where what are our roles as software developers in the industry? I'm not going to the like manager or the VP level and all, just the SDE software developer roles. What are our roles? Can GitHub Copilot replace them? Let's take it step by step. Okay, the first role, according to me, of a developer is not developing, it is collaborating. So we collaborate with our teammates, we collaborate with our managers, maybe the product manager, also the testers, sometimes even the higher management, to showcase our product, demo it, get feedbacks, etc. Can tools like GitHub Copilot do this? Answer is no. At least for now, GitHub Copilot or any tools on the internet cannot collaborate with the developers, cannot collaborate with the managers, cannot collaborate with the higher management and get some information whatever is required for us. So for that process is at least the human has to do, because highly subjective, like what work you are doing and how you have to talk to your manager, your colleague, I don't know. Same applies to you. What I know, what I'm doing, you don't know. This very subjective thing. So difficult for an AI to come and replace at the moment. So this is the first point. Okay, now let us go to the second point. So second point and very important point is actually building the things, correct? So second point of all our work is to develop certain things. Let's say I'm a UI developer, I develop mobile applications, I develop website. If you are a backend developer, you build beautiful services which can handle millions of requests per second, etc. Correct? So it's a responsibility of all of us to code at the end of the day. So can this be replaced by GitHub Copilot? With my usage of close to 2 weeks, because it is June 21st when it launched, I'm making video around July 2nd. I don't know when it will be live, but within less than a 2 weeks of launch, I'm doing I've been making this video. I have experienced GitHub Copilot. Is it a level of replacing a developer? No, definitely no to that. But can it assist a developer to code better? Yes. Okay, so a lot of things that you do search in the Google and come back and then add the code. So that is something already available for you. Okay, second thing is GitHub Copilot is something efficient and will do the do the right suggestion all of the time? No. As per the official documentation itself, they are around 26% they are able to accurately answer. Okay, so that's about the second important point, where we are building the things. Can GitHub Copilot replace us? No. Can it assist us? Yes. So that is the purpose of GitHub Copilot, what they officially say. Okay, now the third point. Okay, So before going to the third and the fourth points, probably let us simply check what are the things that GitHub Copilot can do. In my other videos, I've only explained the basic things. Let's get into some advanced things with GitHub Copilot. Okay. Now, official documentation of GitHub Copilot. Okay. So they have something called your AI pair program or all those stuffs. Okay. So finally, they have something called determine whether a sentiment of a text is positive. Okay. So this is a TypeScript code. .ts stands for TypeScript. Most of you would know. So I have also created one empty TypeScript. Let us try to use the same thing. Okay. I will copy this comment. Okay. So as you know, I've explained this in another video. You can get auto suggestion in two way. One, you start typing the function name and the rest is auto suggested, or you put the things in comment. So I'm putting this in the comment. Okay. Let's see, will it auto suggest for me? I don't know. It is not auto suggesting. It is showing the same thing again. Maybe I'll do like this. Okay. Whenever this happened to me in the past, you have to give it a small push, like a vehicle which is yet to start, but somebody need to push. So how do you do that is by directing this async function. Async function is positive. Okay. Then wait for a while. So don't type the things very fast. GitHub Copilot will not be able to suggest you. This problem I have done in the past and I thought it is not working. So type little slow so that it can understand what you're typing and it can suggest. Maybe in the future it will be quite fast. So if you see, so it is trying to analyze the text. Okay, you pass the text to it and it will tell whether the text that you're passing is having the what is the sentiment, positive or a negative. Okay, let me try. I don't know. I have not tried this frankly. Okay. So it is suggesting, see, is positive, I'm happy. See, this is also suggested by the engine only. So node index.js only this is, okay. Um, Trigger exception. Okay, I cannot make an API call because I'm using a node server here. So if you're using a plain JavaScript, you'll be able to do this. I mean, if you're not running like a node way, I'm doing it. Basically, what I want to show, an AI algorithm that takes a text as an input and gives you a result is something that I was able to integrate in less than some 10-15 seconds. Is it impressive? A human would do it in the same way? No. I would take a little more time because first I need to analyze which API is giving it and what are the things that it is taking. So somebody has already tested it and giving it to us, which is wonderful. Now probably we'll see one more example, then we'll get back to the reasons. The reason I'm showing this is much smarter than I and you think. Okay. So time.js, this is not that worth, is a simple one itself. Okay. Here, so fetch tweets, this is something that I liked. Okay, I'm just copying this token line, like I said, we need to use slight push sometimes when you don't know. So then I'll create same const fetch tweets from user, fetch tweets from user. Okay, do enter, it will also the entire thing, hit a tab. So there you go. So getting the Twitter feeds. Okay. So this is something that what if I have to develop it, I have to have gone to Twitter documentation, read it, and then get the code and come back and do here. But now I am not going to do that since I am not fully testing GitHub Copilot. I will definitely go and check and confirm this is right. But going forward, it would reach a state where GitHub Copilot is a source of truth. Because a lot of code has been already validated and part of it. Okay. So now see this code also I'm able to do in less than some time. Okay. Now there are many things like this where I thought, no, I am feeling GitHub Copilot is very brilliant and able to help us with a lot of things. Let's try another thing, function fetch user. Okay, fetch user I'm trying. Okay, fetch user from API, something like that. Okay, so here you see this is a very plain and simple example. Okay, so if I don't do the fetch user from, so you know that if you hold command and hover over this, you will see all the suggestions that are available. If you see GitHub Copilot, there are around 10 solutions it is telling. Okay, uh, but it is not showing 10. Okay, the purpose of me showing this is 10 of 10 solutions, duplicates hidden. No, there are many times where it doesn't perform the way we expect. So it has limitations. So that is my for third point. Okay, so human errors in the mistakes. So lot of things are being replaced by human and instruments are used in those scenarios. For example, checking your eye contact. What is the power of your eyes? Previously, the man used to check. Now there are a lot of tools that can do that. Correct. on a lot of manufacturing process for that matter. Why? Because whenever human does, there are some problems that we do. I mean, human error is inevitable, because we are human, will make some or other mistakes. Is GitHub or Copilot is not making any mistake? I can't say that. Definitely will make a mistake. The reason being, it is trained by the code that is written by us. So if you have done a mistake, definitely will do a mistake. Correct. So this thing what the developers are doing and the Copilot doing, maybe Copilot would not do so much mistakes as the developers does. The reason being, it is will be trained, like let's say same example, find the largest number in a given array, can be done by a lot of people, and Copilot would have an analogy or the brilliance to check which algorithm is actually working well gradually. Okay, so it may make less mistakes, but we cannot say it will make a zero mistake. Okay, so in this process, GitHub Copilot may win the developers, I mean slightly above the developers, but it cannot replace this factor. Correct. And one last point now, see, one other very important aspect of software developer is accountability. Correct. Let's say I've built a code, I built a feature, I built a mobile application, let's say it breaks somewhere. Who is responsible? I mean, as an org, my manager is responsible or his manager is responsible. Okay. But finally, who is going to fix it? I'm going to fix it because I'm accountable for that. Right now, any AI tool like GitHub Copilot can be accountable. No. Like there is no GitHub Copilot. I cannot call him at the night and say, fix the issue. No, there is no GitHub Copilot as such. Correct. It's been just an instrument to help us. But it is not something that will take away the developer, because it only knows something, it cannot be accountable. Correct. So far with my analysis, with whatever the 4 points that I discussed, the Copilot is in a state where it can be assistant for you. Okay, so it cannot replace you at the moment. So gradually, will it gain a potential of replacing you? See, I wouldn't say it will replace you, because there are many aspects, like I mentioned, whether the human error or the collaboration, that is something very difficult to do by a tool. Okay, but there are states where gradually it can replace. For example, the things like there could be QAs or DevOps. So where if a tool starts analyzing the code and writing the tests automatically, like if you specify the user flows and it writes the scripts automatically, so there is a chance where this can become popular in those areas rather the development. This is just my analogy. Okay, if any QAs are there and the DevOps or people are there, please do comment. Okay, I'm not saying even their job is easy or that can be automated easily, but compared to the development work, that can be like a process driven. So it can be done with the tools like this is what my assumption. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. That is the that's the number one point. But second point, that is always bugging in my mind, I'll show you. See, this is the Mintra login screen, Mintra's mobile application. I've screen recorded. Okay, I'm just running this screen recording. So how login and sign up would look like. So you have to enter your phone number and hit and this is how their landing screen would look like. Correct. So where you have some categories in the top and in the bottom you have something that is trending and list of items, etc. Okay. Similarly, let me show you the Flipkart's login. Okay, I mean Flipkart login process and how their landing screen would look like. So we have something called the phone number, same similar to the absolutely same to the Mintra. Then you come inside, you click on home. You also have the categories similar to the Mintra. It's not category here, something else, but very similar to the Mintra. Then you have the hot selling items, then the list of items. So if I play both from the start, okay, if I play both from the start, the purpose I'm doing this, why I'm tell you. Okay, so both you're seeing, both websites, both apps you're seeing at once. Okay, so scrolling and the items and etc. My purpose of showing this is, don't you see there is a level where the both are quite similar. Correct. I could have shown you Amazon also and any other websites also, app also, they are also having quite similar flow. So gradually we reach a level where a lot of things are common across. Correct. Let's say every app has a login screen, every app has a sign up screen. The similar, whether you use Java as your backend, C# as your backend, or Go as your backend, you have similar set of a code that happens in the backend and the front end. Correct. So gradually these things can move out of the developer zone and they may become drag and drop. Correct. So every app has a forgot password, every app has a reset password, every app has settings page. So this can gradually become a drag and drop kind of a features. Only the crux of the logic. crux of the logic. Like, how do you handle a million requests? That is something intrinsic to your app. Somebody may do in a one way, somebody do in a other way. Somebody wants availability more, somebody wants a consistency more. So these areas will be still within the org, within the way you develop it, but lot of things will definitely go out of developer hand and they become automated. Okay, this is something quite scary for the lot of developers, but this is how everything will evolve. So no longer we cannot take something, this is how we have been and we are going to be like this. No, we have to upskill ourselves, go to the next level. Probably this is a very common joke. If there is a software comes which builds a software like the GitHub Copilot, there is someone who is building that software, correct? So you should learn to do that, and there is no other going to survive for a longer span. So that's all about this video. If you like my analogy, please do like this video. Do not forget to share with your friends and subscribe to Uncommon Geeks. A humble request, please subscribe. And if you differ from what I'm saying, please do mention that in the comment section. I'm open for the criticism. If you think no, GitHub Copilot is going to replace the developers, let's see how whether it's going to happen or not. Okay. And very, very important, I also mentioned you in the video like how to get GitHub Copilot for free of cost. This amazing piece of software, how to get it for free. Correct. I made one beautiful video. I put that on the screen also in description section. How to get GitHub Copilot for free. Reason being, within very few seconds, I cannot explain every step of getting it for free of cost. So please do watch that video. Definitely some of you will get the GitHub Copilot for free of cost. Okay. So that's all about this one. If you are someone who is actually preparing for interview, watch my videos that is attached in the description section. Follow me on Medium. I've written a lot of beautiful articles, and do not forget to go to my GitHub and download my project and start my projects and practice a lot of interview questions. Okay, thank you so much. Catch you in next video.